It's that time of the week again. A top 10 list has dropped, and you can feel that FOMO building. But wait, before you buy any of those books, watch this video. Hi, I'm Mikey, and this is Comics by the Cover. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you are returning, hey, thank you very much. I appreciate it. If you're a subscriber, I thank you. You're the best. If you have yet to subscribe, I please encourage that you do. It would be greatly appreciated. Every week I put out this list after the top 10 list post from ComicTom. What I like to do is take the trending 20 that comes in through keycollector. I pull my Instagram and kind of get an opinion on the general feel of these issues, if this is a buy or something that you may want to pass on, and then I make a video about it and kind of going a little bit more in detail about my thoughts regarding these issues based on the numbers in these polls. So, with that said, let's get into this list, starting at number 10. Coming in at number 10, we have Star Wars High Republic number 2. This is a 1 in 25 variant. As you can see, the poll on this is a buy. 69% of people polled said that they do want to buy this issue, while 31% are passing. Star Wars is still strong. It's still going pretty strong. Star Wars number 1, second print, polled last week. I put the results right here for you. You can see that it also did pretty well last week. There might be a little bit of something slipping with Star Wars. I think as we get further and further away from the Mandalorian's ending, and before we get new material, we might see some of this dip. But if you are interested and want to see any of these books 6 months later, I do recommend you go follow JP's Budget Collecting. He does a fantastic job at looking back on these books, and seeing how they look or perform 6 months later. The other thing regarding this issue, Unknown Comics does put out some variants for the High Republic. They put out a variant for this issue as right here, and they do have variants coming out for issues 3 and 4, if I recall. So if you are interested in those, I'll put a link in my in the comments in here, or the description here. So if you want to go to Unknown Comics and consider buying some of those ones, you can. I am not sponsored in any way, so just FYI and throwing that out there. The other thing I will point out with Star Wars, a book that made the trending 20 but did not make the top 10 was Darth Maul number 2. This is one of the few books that also polled as a buy. If you're looking for the first appearance of Cad Bane, that could be a good option for you. He does make his first cover appearance in issue number 3. Which is another option that you may want to consider if you are wanting to keep riding the Star Wars train on first appearances. So, coming in at number 9, we have Amazing Spider-Man number 257. This is the second appearance of Puma. That's why this is trending. No, actually. This was trending because this is the first appearance of Ned Leeds as Hobgoblin. As you may know, there's suspicious rumor that the character playing Ned Leeds in the Spider-Man series may be portraying the Hobgoblin going forward. This rumor kind of dates back quite a bit, I think October, November. And if you look at some of the sales on this book, it looks like majority of these occurred in November. I'll put that right here somewhere for you. The one thing about this book I would say is this is not the first appearance of Hobgoblin. His first appearance, of course, is in issue number 238, and this is just the first appearance of Ned Leeds taking on the role of Hobgoblin. Many people carry the role of Hobgoblin, so if that's a character that you're interested in, this could be a book that you may want. Otherwise, as you can see, this is a very close race on this one. 59% of the people polled said they do want to buy it, while 41% of the people said that it is a pass for them. So, try not to overpay on this book, I would say. Whenever these come less than 70-30 in my mind, I always say that it could be a book that you may potentially want to wait on, kind of see if things cool off on the character. Like I said, this book mostly trended in November. It just recently started trending again, so there might be another cool off period where you can pick up this book for a little bit cheaper. I know I picked it up for a fairly cheap price personally, around $10, I think it was. So, buyer beware. Don't overpay for this book. Coming in at number 8 on the list, we had Sandman number 4. This is showing 71% of people polled said that they do want to buy this issue, with 29% passing on this. This is the first appearance of Lucifer Morningside, who will be portrayed in this series by Gwendolyn Christie, so Brienne Tarth from Game of Thrones, if you don't mind. I like this casting. I love these androgynous castings, like Tilda Swinton and Constantine as Gabrielle. Love it. I love it. I think these are great when female characters play angels that are typically thought as male. Because, I don't know, I just always have this thought of angels being this beautiful thing, and I just love it when they do these type of castings. I will point out last week when Sandman appeared on the list, that was based on a storyline, and that did not pull as high, which means that there might be some credence to the thought that character appearances might weigh a little bit higher. A couple books made the trending 20 that did not make the top 10 list, and that was of course Sandman #1. As you can see, this book pulled very well, and then we also had Sandman #10, which also didn't make the top 10 list. But looking at Sandman #10, it was a 60-40 that kind of just makes the cutoff, in my opinion, for making a pretty decent buy. I think somewhere in that 60-40 range is a pretty good option for you. If you're also looking for some additional first appearances, you could look at #5, which is the first appearance of Merv Pumpkinhead. We also have issue #8, which is of course the very hot issue, first appearance of Death. That one's going to cost you a pretty penny right there. We also have issue #13, first appearance of Lady Johanna Constantine. It's a relative of Constantine, which may be a good option for you. 22 brings you the first appearance of Daniel Hall, who later takes on the mantle of dreaming in issue #69. And then finally, if this series is hot and it does take off well, you might get a spin-off of #25, the Dead Boy Detectives, who is a pair of dead kids, if I recall, that solve mysteries, which could be a good series in itself, I would say. Coming in at #7, we have Batman #96. I was surprised this poll didn't favor this issue more. This came in at a 50% buy and pass ratio, so proceed with caution, I would say. And I think that's because there's no confirmation that Clown Hunter is Red X, so this is pure speculation that people feel that based on some character appearances, like with the crosses and the X's, they kind of look very similar. So people feel that maybe Clown X will be Red X in the Future State character series. So proceed with caution, or it's something that, if it is something you are interested in, this character you may want to seek out. Always consider the cheaper options. You have Batman regular 96 and the B cover as well. If you're looking for the first appearance of the Clown Hunter, this is just the first cover appearance of him. So those cover appearances on their first appearances, those ones tend to do very well. This book sells pretty good for a graded copy, I will say that. Also, if you are interested in Red X as a character, be on the lookout next week, or this week rather, for Teen Titans, or Titans #2 Future State. This is his appearance on this cover. However, last week in the second print of issue #1, he does appear on the cover here as well. So if you are looking for that first cover appearance of Red X in the Future State, those could be a good option. However, if you're looking for that first appearance of Red X, that appears in Teen Titans Go #23, in which he appears on the cover as well. Though these characters may be of the same name, they are not the same, because in the Red X and Teen Titans Go 23, he's a robot, and in this one he is not. So I'll also point out that coming up in March, there's Teen Titans Academy, I think, which he makes an appearance in as well. So if this is a character you're invested in, those are some of the other issues that you may want to consider. So coming on to #6, we have Captain America #275. This is the first appearance, or second appearance, of Baron Zemo. First appearance of Baron Helmet Zero in the costume. The first appearance of Baron Zemo was by Heinrich Zemo, but Baron Helmet Zero, made his first appearance actually in issue #168, donning the costume here in 275. Personally, I'm a big fan of issue #277, which is his first cover appearance in the purple outfit. That's kind of where I'll be spending my money personally, because I'm a big fan of cover appearances. I personally feel like I like cover appearances because when you slab them, you get that picture of the character on the cover, and that just makes it a much more interesting option for me. I will say there really haven't been a lot of sales per se when I looked this up on here, even though the sales numbers have increased. And of course, this is tied completely to the Falcon and Winter Soldier series coming out in March. Coming in at #5 on the list, we have New Agents of Atlas #1. This book is come and gone. A lot of people have speculation on this book. So it's definitely something that you probably should own in your collection. A lot of people seek it out, so it can be an easy book to sell. Kevin Feige mentioned that he is looking to strengthen the Asian market, so that's why this book is of interest. I will point out on here that there are some variants that you could consider for this. This is one option for a variant. This is the second print. Then we also have the third print right here as options for you. There are also a lot of other variant prints on this as well that you could consider. We'll point out that there are a couple ratio variants that you might want to look into, see if you can find. There's this 1 in 25 as well as this 1 in 50 variant right here. Both of those tend to go for high prices. If you're looking for some outside first appearances on here, there's the first appearance of White Fox, who appears in Contest of Champions #1. I'm also personally a fan of this Miko Suyan variant, just because I am Filipino. I cannot rep, right? I have to rep the flag there. So, as you can see, this polls pretty decently. It has a 63% buy on it, with 37% passing. I think as you get some more details about this coming to the market, then it'll probably trend a little bit more favorably. I would just say be on the lookout for this book. If it's not something you pick up right now, I think once Shang-Chi kind of comes into place is probably when you're going to see that bigger push for the Asian market, depending upon how well that movie does and polls with audiences. So be on the lookout. This is a fairly easy book to find. I don't know if there were a lot of them, but I find this book all the time for cover price. I probably own like 3 or 4 copies of this particular issue. Coming in at next on the list, we have Batman 442. This is the first appearance as Tim Drake as Robin. As you can see, 77% people polled said that they would want to buy this issue. This book started to trend in addition to issue number 436 because of casting of Tim Drake in the New Titans series. I will point out that we did poll issue number 436, though it didn't make the top 10 list. It did make the trending 20, so I put it on the poll. That did poll higher at 85%, so people much rather have the first appearance of Tim Drake versus his first appearance as Robin. Both are fairly easy books to find in your LCSs. I feel like they show up pretty often. Probably wouldn't turn to eBay prices for this book just yet. I think a lot of people are also going to have it on Instagram sales. So if you do follow people on Instagram, this is a book that probably will appear. It was a high print book, so you should be able to find it fairly easy. Be cautious about overpaying on this book. I don't know if long term it's going to pan out. It is definitely a character that people are interested in, so just bear that in mind as well. If you look at the raw comparisons on this book, I'll put them right here. They both kind of favor about the same as far as sales goes. So whether you go 436 or 442, either option could be a good choice for you. Personally, I kind of like 442. I just think it's a cooler cover than 436 is. But if I see either one of them out for a reasonable price, I might pick them up. I'd probably fall in that middle category. I'd buy it, but I'm not in any particular rush to get it personally. So moving on to number 3, we have Electric Black #1. This is an independent title from Scout Comics. This is the first in series. This book has been rumored to be produced into a television show. Apparently it's very similar to like Needful Things. If you aren't familiar with that was a Stephen King novel. It was a movie as well about a collector who sells things in a shop that are a bit curious of nature. So I feel like that's also very Friday the 13th television series. I like these type of shows personally. I love cursed item shows where they try to search or find cursed items and get these little stories behind them. I have not read this book. If you did read it, let me know what your thoughts are. I am curious about picking it up. It does look like it was about 6 issues in the run, if I recall, but it's something I could be interested in. There are some variants for this book as well. That ComicTom pointed out. One of them is this fantastic issue that kind of looks like the Tales from the Crypt, which I kind of would be interested in just because it's such a cool cover. And I'll post that for you right here for you so you can see that one. But yeah, I don't really have much to say about Electric Black. As you can see, it polled 42% of people polled said that they would buy this issue, while 58% of people are passing on this issue. It could be something that's hot right now, but it'll probably be something that will cool off, considering that a lot of people aren't necessarily interested in immediately buying this book. Coming in at number 2 on the list was Black Panther World of Wakanda. As you can see, this is also a book that a lot of people are passing on. This is the first in series for the World of Wakanda Black Panther books. This book started trending because Ryan Coogler will be taking the helm for a Wakanda series coming hopefully soon to Disney Plus. We'll see how soon that will be. So that caused this book to trend. There's another book that was on the list, Black Panther 167, which more people were interested in than this one. As you can see, looking at Black Panther 167, that is a 57% buy with 43% pass. Again, these aren't the first appearances of any characters or significant things that may have occurred. These are just origins of Wakanda as a country. So that's why these books made the list. People sought these books out just in case, they may trend up. I personally like this issue number, Black Panther 167. I think it's a really cool cover. But if you are looking for some cool covers as well for Black Panther World of Wakanda, you may want to consider the hip-hop variant. I know that does exist, and that may be a bit more popular because the hip-hop covers tend to be hot. Plus, you got a trending book, and that may be something that may be a preferred option versus getting the standard A cover there. So finally, coming in at number 1 on the list, we have Thor number 459. This is the first appearance of, or this is when Eric Masterson becomes Thunderstrike. This book started trending because there were some set leaks of Thor in a vest, which is very similar to Thunderstrike. So the question is he going to be playing both characters? If this is a character that you are interested in, like I said, he does take the mantle of Thunderstrike in number 459. Personally, I'm a big fan of issue number 458, which has this fantastic battle scene with them. He makes his first appearance in issue number 391. This is Eric Masterson's first appearance. In issue number 408, he merges with Thor. And in issue number 432, he actually becomes Thor for a little while. And that's before the battles in issues number 458 and 459, where they kind of become two characters at that point. So as you can see with this issue, it is 56% of the people said that they are going to buy it, with 44% of the people passing on this issue. So again, proceed with caution. This may not be something that necessarily has a long-term value to it. This may be a kind of a nod where rather than him actually taking on the character as an actual character, I wouldn't be surprised if they just give it to him as an alias, that he, just like how he, went by the name Donald Blake in the original movie, rather than him coming back as saying, oh, I'm Donald Blake, he might come back and just say, oh, I'm Eric Masterson, and just be using it as a character name, just as just to kind of fan please people, I guess. So be on the lookout, and if you see it in a back bin, pick it up. But I would not be overpaying for this book if I were you. So again, this is a buy, but it is a soft buy. So buyer beware on this issue. Just to kind of recap this list for you, we have number 1, Thor 59. This was a buy. Number 2 on the list, Black Panther World of Wakanda, was a pass. Number 3 on the list, Electric Black, was a pass. Number 4 on the list, Batman 442, is a buy. Number 5 on the list, New Agents of Atlas, is a buy. And number 6, Captain America 275, is a buy. Coming in at number 7 on the list, Batman number 96 is split. That's the first. Coming in at number 8 on the list, we have Sandman number 4, which is a buy. Number 9 on the list, Amazing Spider-Man number 257, is a buy. And High Republic 1 in 25 variant is also a buy. So that is your list. Let me know your thoughts below. Otherwise, bye!